What if I told you that helping the wrong people can actually drain your energy, your time, and your peace of mind? Sounds harsh, right? But imagine this. You keep giving, supporting, and bending over backward for people who never change, never appreciate, and only take more than they give. What if the very act of helping them is what's keeping you stuck? As the saying goes, you can't pour from an empty cup. Helping the wrong people not only leaves you depleted, but prevents you from helping those who truly need and deserve it. The tricky part is knowing when to stop. When your efforts aren't lifting someone up, but dragging you down. In today's video, we're going to explore the 9 types of people you should never help, no matter how much your instincts might tell you otherwise. Stick with me as we break down these toxic types so you can protect your peace and focus your energy where it truly matters. And if you find value in these insights, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next. The constant victim. The first type of toxic person you should never help is the constant victim. This is the person who, no matter what happens, always believes the world is out to get them. They thrive on pity and seem to always have a new tragedy to share. At first glance, you may feel compelled to help, to offer comfort or solutions. But here's the tricky part. They don't want solutions. They don't want to change their circumstances. They want to stay in the cycle of victimhood because it brings them attention and excuses for their lack of progress. Every time you offer advice or try to assist, they'll come up with 100 reasons why nothing will work. Helping them feels like trying to fill a bottomless well. Your energy gets drained while nothing changes. These people don't seek true growth or healing. They seek validation for their suffering. By constantly giving them your attention, you're enabling their toxic mindset rather than helping them break free from it. Recognizing the constant victim means realizing that sometimes stepping back is the best form of help you can offer. It forces them to confront their own patterns rather than lean on others to keep them afloat. So, as hard as it may feel, the best way to help a constant victim is by not helping at all. The manipulator. The second type of toxic person you should never help is the manipulator. These individuals are masters of deception, using charm, guilt, or emotional manipulation to get what they want. At first, their requests for help may seem innocent, even reasonable, but as time goes on, you'll notice a pattern. They are never truly interested in your well-being. They're only focused on how they can benefit. They'll twist situations to make you feel obligated to help them, and if you refuse, they'll make you feel guilty for setting boundaries. The tricky part is that manipulators are often subtle. They might not directly ask for favors, but will imply that you're the only one who can save them. They'll often play on your empathy, convincing you that they need your help to solve a problem that, in reality, they could solve themselves. Their dependency on others is not because they are incapable, but because they choose to exploit kindness. Helping a manipulator only encourages their behavior, and you may find yourself trapped in a cycle of never-ending demands. The best way to deal with manipulators: set clear boundaries and stick to them. Once you refuse to play their game, you'll see how quickly they move on to someone else. Don't let their tactics make you feel guilty. Your peace and energy are worth far more than their schemes. 3. The energy drainer. The third type of toxic person you should never help is the energy drainer. These individuals seem to suck the life out of every situation, leaving you feeling emotionally exhausted after every interaction. They constantly bring negative energy, complain without seeking solutions, and rely on others to boost their mood. While they might not do it intentionally, their constant need for attention and emotional support can leave you feeling depleted. Here's the tricky part. Energy drainers often come across as likable, even well-meaning, but their presence in your life feels heavy. Every conversation revolves around their problems, and no matter how much advice or support you give, it's never enough. They don't take action to improve their situation because they've grown accustomed to leaning on others for their emotional needs. Helping an energy drainer feels like pouring water into a bucket with a hole in the bottom. No matter how much you give, it's never enough. It's important to recognize when your energy is being consumed without reciprocation. Protecting your emotional well-being means learning to limit your time and energy with these people. Set boundaries, conserve your energy, and prioritize relationships that leave you feeling uplifted, not drained. By doing so, you'll create space for people who enrich your life rather than deplete it. The narcissist. The fourth type of toxic person you should never help is the narcissist. Narcissists are self-centered individuals who believe the world revolves around them. They seek admiration, praise, and attention, often at the expense of others. When they ask for help, it's never about genuine need, it's about feeding their ego. They will manipulate situations to make sure they come out looking superior, and if things don't go their way, they'll either blame you or play the victim. Here's the tricky part. Narcissists are masters of making you feel special, as if helping them elevates your status in their world. They'll shower you with praise when it suits them, but the moment you set boundaries or refuse to give them what they want, they'll turn on you. Helping a narcissist often leads to a one-sided relationship where your needs are never considered. By continually helping a narcissist, you're only enabling their toxic behavior. They'll take everything you offer, but will rarely, if ever, return the favor. It's crucial to recognize this dynamic and remove yourself from their grasp. Protect your energy and self-worth by setting firm boundaries and walking away when necessary. Narcissists thrive on control. Don't give them power over your life. The chronic critic. The fifth type of toxic person you should never help is the chronic critic. These individuals are never satisfied, no matter what you do. They have a habit of picking apart everything, your actions, your words, your choices. Nothing is ever good enough for them, and they make sure to let you know. They offer criticism not to help you improve, but to tear you down and assert their own superiority. Here's the tricky part. Chronic critics often disguise their negativity as helpful advice or tough love, making it seem like they're doing you a favor. But no matter how much effort you put into pleasing them or meeting their standards, they will always find something wrong. The more you try to help them or win their approval, the more you give them the power to undermine your confidence and self-worth. Helping a chronic critic becomes an endless cycle of trying to gain validation that will never come. The more you seek their approval, the more you lose yourself. The best way to deal with them? Stop engaging. Accept that their need to criticize is a reflection of their own insecurities, not your shortcomings. By stepping away from their toxic feedback, you free yourself from their negativity and reclaim your sense of self-worth. The drama magnet. The sixth type of toxic person you should never help is the drama magnet. These individuals seem to live in a constant state of chaos, always caught up in one crisis after another. No matter the situation, they find a way to turn it into a dramatic event, and they'll drag you into their whirlwind of emotions if you let them. Helping a drama magnet doesn't calm the storm. It only feeds the chaos. Here's the tricky part. Drama magnets can make you feel needed. Their problems seem urgent, and they rely on you to help them navigate their endless crises. But once one problem is solved, another one quickly takes its place. The truth is, drama magnets thrive on conflict and attention. They aren't interested in finding peace or resolution. They are addicted to the excitement and drama of it all. When you continually help a drama magnet, you get caught in their cycle of chaos. It becomes exhausting, and your emotional energy is drained as you try to solve problems that aren't yours. The best way to protect yourself from their toxic influence is to set firm boundaries and avoid getting involved in their constant drama. Let them handle their own storms while you maintain your peace. The blame shifter. The seventh type of toxic person you should never help is the blame shifter. These individuals never take responsibility for their actions. When things go wrong, it's never their fault, it's always someone else's. They are quick to point fingers and avoid accountability at all costs. And when you try to help, you often find yourself caught in their web of excuses and deflections. Here's the tricky part. Blame shifters are skilled at making you feel guilty, even when you've done nothing wrong. They'll twist situations to make it seem like they're the victim and that you somehow owe them your help. They use your empathy against you, manipulating you into fixing problems they refuse to acknowledge are of their own making. The more you help, the more you reinforce their belief that they don't need to take responsibility for their own life. Helping a blame shifter only enables their toxic behavior. It traps you in a cycle of frustration as they continue to avoid accountability and make excuses for their actions. The best way to deal with a blame shifter is to stop participating in their games. Don't take responsibility for their mistakes or allow them to guilt you into cleaning up their messes. Let them face the consequences of their choices and learn from them. Only then will they be forced to confront their own role in their problems. 8. The envious underminer. The eighth type of toxic person you should never help is the envious underminer. These individuals are secretly jealous of your success, happiness, or achievements, and instead of celebrating your victories, they find subtle ways to tear you down. They might pretend to be supportive on the surface, but beneath the facade, they are quietly sowing seeds of doubt and insecurity, trying to bring you down to their level. Here's the tricky part. The envious underminer often disguises their jealousy as concern or constructive criticism. They might say things like, "Are you sure you're ready for that promotion?" Or, "I don't want you to get hurt, but maybe that dream is a little too ambitious." Their comments seem well-meaning, but they're designed to make you second-guess yourself and feel smaller. Helping an envious underminer only fuels their toxic behavior. The more you seek their approval or try to win them over, the more they'll find ways to keep you doubting yourself. The best way to handle them is to trust your instincts and distance yourself from their negativity. Surround yourself with people who genuinely want to see you succeed, and don't let the underminer's envy hold you back from reaching your full potential. By recognizing their tactics, you free yourself to continue thriving without the weight of their toxic influence. The resentful saboteur. The ninth type of toxic person you should never help is the resentful saboteur. These individuals are bitter about their own unfulfilled ambitions or perceived failures, and they project that resentment onto others, especially those who are striving to improve or succeed. Instead of supporting your growth, they actively or subtly work against you, finding ways to derail your progress and sabotage your efforts. The tricky part is that the resentful saboteur might seem like a friend or close ally at first. They might even offer to help you with your plans, but their resentment festers beneath the surface. They make discouraging remarks, delay assistance, or undermine your confidence in ways that make it harder for you to achieve your goals. Their behavior stems from their own dissatisfaction, and instead of working on themselves, they attempt to bring others down with them. Helping a resentful saboteur is a futile effort. No matter how much you try to include them or lift them up, their bitterness will eventually rear its head. The best course of action is to distance yourself from their toxic energy. Protect your growth by setting clear boundaries and focusing on your path without allowing their resentment to influence you. In the end, their attempts to sabotage will only reflect their own insecurities, while you continue to move forward unhindered. Remember the moment we began this journey together. We started by asking a simple yet profound question. Who are the toxic people in your life, and are they holding you back? Now, here we are, at the edge of clarity, ready to step forward, knowing exactly who to avoid and how to protect your energy. It's not about cutting people off, it's about choosing the right people to lift you higher. You now have the power to transform your relationships and your life. The question is, what will you do with it? Will you continue to allow toxic individuals to drain you, or will you take control of your boundaries? The world won't change until you do. Take that first step today, no matter how small, and reclaim your peace. As you close this video, ask yourself, who in your life truly adds value and who pulls you down? More importantly, are you ready to make the necessary changes to protect your energy and thrive? You've seen the traits and behaviors that harm us, but the real question remains, are you brave enough to set the boundaries that will allow you to grow? Mastery of your relationships isn't just a skill, it's an act of self-love and the key to living freely. Life's greatest lessons aren't just in how we succeed, but in how we choose the people who walk with us on that journey. Just like a sculptor chisels away at stone to reveal a masterpiece, you now hold the tools to chisel away the negative forces in your life. The masterpiece is yours to create. Will you shape it into something beautiful? This may be the end of this video, but it's not the end of your journey. Keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep evolving. You've taken the first steps toward living your best life. Now, walk that path with courage, confidence, and purpose. Before you go, take a moment to reflect on everything you've learned. Who will you choose to distance yourself from? What boundaries will you set? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, perhaps even leave a question that can't be easily answered. Sometimes, the best insights come from the questions that make us think the hardest. And don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't want to miss the next step in this journey toward transformation.